In this video, a new filing shows Elon Musk secretly gave away $5 billion, that's billion with a B, $5 billion to charity in November. I'll speculate about the potential recipient or recipients of this colossal donation and how the money might be used. Plus a quick update on the EV Super Bowl ads as discussed in yesterday's video. We now have proof that the money, the millions upon millions of dollars spent by the likes of General Motors, BMW, Kia, actually helped Tesla. Yes, there's new data now confirming what I predicted would happen. All this money spent advertising Tesla's competition actually draws attention to Tesla and ultimately sells tens of millions of dollars of Tesla products. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. First things first, here's search interest for Tesla on Google Trends in the United States over the last 7 days. Let me know if anybody can spot any anomalies along the way here. It looks pretty consistent. What's that? Interesting. What the actual is that? Spoiler alert, that's the Super Bowl weekend. That's Tesla's so-called competition running their multi-million-dollar electric vehicle ads, many for products that don't even exist yet. A bit of virtue signaling, a bit of pretending to care about EVs, but really just wasting money. In yesterday's video, I predicted this would drive a lot of traffic to Tesla's website. Well, here's the proof. We can see here that search interest peaked for Tesla during that period of just a few hours on the Super Bowl. This is as blatant as it gets, a huge spike in search traffic for Tesla when they didn't spend a cent doing any advertising during the Super Bowl. Curious. This is probably the best visual representation of what exactly happened. We can see here red is search interest for GM, Tesla in blue. We can see here on a daily basis Tesla being searched for, let's call it about 3 times as often as GM in the United States. We can see GM had a huge increase in interest as well, just getting to about where Tesla is on an ordinary day when they're not spending millions of dollars advertising during the Super Bowl. It's something to think about, but let's put that to the side for the moment. This is what things look like if we add BMW to the mix as well. In yellow now, we can see over time BMW and Tesla, generally speaking, are pretty similar in terms of total search interest. The BMW ad getting a huge boost, so well done to them. One final thing to look at in detail, because this will tell a very interesting story. We're looking at a comparison between search interest for Tesla, GM, BMW, Kia, and Polestar, all of whom advertised during the Super Bowl. There's actually a lot of information we can garner from this. Now bear with me, we may have to zoom in a little bit here. Polestar here in purple, one of the earlier commercials to run, a huge spike in overall interest, so congrats to Polestar. Now we'll talk a little bit more why I think this is versus the other automakers. Kia in green there, obviously the ad running a little bit later. And we can see almost as a direct result of the yellow, which is BMW, and Polestar ads running, those 2 ads ran first. That's where the spike in Tesla, which is in blue, occurred, the first one. There's a dip during the game, then a second lot of advertising, one from General Motors, that tiny red spike there, and the second from Kia in green, driving another huge spike in Tesla's search interest. We can see those 2 clear, distinct spikes in Tesla in blue there, the first and the second, both as a result, the first and the second wave of advertising from the so-called competition. And one final observation as well, in terms of US search traffic, over the last week, we can see Tesla in blue here consistently among the most, if not the most searched for brand versus GM, BMW, Kia, and Polestar. BMW and Kia all bunched around that same kind of level. GM, well, let's be honest, no one gives a flying f***, and Polestar not even on the radar until the Super Bowl ads. So why were the Polestar and Kia ads so well received versus the others in terms of generating search traffic to Tesla's website and also the advertiser's website? Well, in my opinion, Polestar is quite an obvious one. It's a new name to most people. They don't really know the brand. Who's Polestar? People don't understand the ownership behind the scenes. Geely, Volvo, we won't go down that rabbit hole. So I think a lot of people will be like, what the f*** is this brand? Never heard of them before. Let me check online. Totally makes sense. It was a pretty short and snappy commercial as well. We also saw a big spike in traffic for Kia. I think part of this, it was a very endearing commercial. That was with the battery-powered robotic dog. I think the ad was vague enough that a few people may have just been like, wait, was that an ad for a dog or a car or both? I don't understand as well. The BMW ad, not super successful. That was the ad with Arnold as Zeus. And the GM ad, the red, absolute fucking debacle. GM paying millions of dollars. couldn't even generate as much interest as to reach the average level of search interest for Tesla in a week when they don't ever advertise. Why might this be? GM didn't have a specific product to advertise. They're just pretending they give a fuck about electric vehicles, so there was less of a call to action here. Why would you waste the money not even directly advertising a product? That being said, there was a Silverado commercial under the Chevy brand owned by GM, but it is worth noting because this is legacy automotive. Like, how are they spending their money? GM spent millions of dollars on a Super Bowl ad that generated almost no interest, sent probably as many people to Tesla versus the GM website, at a time where they should be desperately spending every spare cent to urgently transition all of their manufacturing to EVs ASAP. In short, lots of companies spent lots of money, literally millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, advertising their electric vehicles, their EV products, either existing or forthcoming, allegedly. And the end result, the biggest winner, obviously, as predicted, Tesla. Here's the proof. Not only does Tesla not need to advertise because their products are so good they sell themselves, every time any of Tesla's so-called competition advertises their inferior electric vehicle offering, Tesla will be the biggest winner. Consumers who do their homework will realize that Tesla is the only option, and that was all she wrote. Now onto Elon Musk's epic, more than $5 billion donation to charity in November 2021. This form shows Elon Musk gave away over 5 million shares of Tesla stock in November between the 19th and the 29th. We won't get too bogged down into the details of this yet, but the one thing to really focus on, the transaction code here, that little 1 in green, very important. 1 represents a bona fide gift of the issuer's common stock by the reporting person to charity, okay? In other words, this means that Elon Musk, the owner of the stock, gave away over 5 million shares of Tesla stock to charity. So let's take a closer look at Elon's big... donations must be truncated. Sorry guys, that's awkward. I may have been high when I made this, so just keep that in mind. Looking at over 5 million shares in total value at that point in time based on closing prices for each day, which is not perfect, but hey, it's decent enough. Almost $5.75 billion, with a B, billion dollars given away. The question I have, is it the same recipient? Is each of these 5 batches of shares given away, 2.2 million, 1.56 million, is each of these to the same recipient or multiple recipients, or are they each individual and unique donations to different charitable organizations? I don't know the answer to this, but I will speculate. Before I share my thoughts and speculation, I'd love to know what you guys and girls think, so let me know in the comments below. What are the first things that come to mind? Where did this $5+ billion go? Who are the recipients, or was it just one recipient? Let me know your guesses below. This is fun because I don't have an extremely high level of confidence in any of these predictions, and I'll explain why as we go through. One of the potential recipients, the very first that came to mind, is of course TITS, Texas Institute of Technology and Science. I'm a big fan of TITS. Who isn't? P.S. My DMs are rapid. Can't even say that with a fucking straight face. But I am a big fan of technology and science, and the idea of a Texas Institute of Technology and Science. The merch will be funny, I get it, it's a funny acronym, blah blah blah, tits, yeah, hilarious. But the idea behind this, of Elon Musk actually providing the capital to start a brand new university with a focus on technology and science in Texas near the Austin Gigafactory, is hugely bullish not only for Tesla the company, but for engineering in the United States. Founding and operating a university is not cheap. It's time to talk about endowment. No, not the pain point in your personal life. Talking about college and university endowments. For those that don't know, quote, many institutions of higher education in the US maintain financial endowments, sums of money that are invested in stocks, yielding returns that fund a portion of an institution's operational expenses and help ensure that it survives in perpetuity, aka forever. Remember, we saw Elon giving away a total of almost $6 billion. A single donation there, over $2.5 billion, another of $1.8 billion, and a couple at $500 million, and one a little over $250 million. So let's look at endowments by university here to get a sense of the ballpark, the league we're playing in. Harvard, Yale, Stanford, and Princeton, the big four, have endowments up to $50+ billion. Absolutely insane. These are universities listed by the size of their endowment. So obviously at the top, we're looking at the absolute biggest of the big. If we scroll through this list, it doesn't actually take long before we get into the single digit billions. New York University, an endowment of about the same amount as Elon Musk gave away in total stock. I'm not saying this is definitely where the money is gone, but I definitely think it is a strong possibility. Could be wrong. Like I said, I don't have a high level of confidence. And let me explain why. Here's a tweet from October 2021, quoting a headline on the Crisis News Network on the website. Quote, 2% of Elon Musk's wealth could solve world hunger, says Director of UN Food Scarcity Organization. Elon Musk responded, If the WFP, World Food Program, can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stock right now and do it. Tweeted on the 1st of November 2021. There was a little bit of back and forth, some sketchy stuff. It seemed like this thing disappeared, certainly out of the public eye. Elon Musk was adamant that he wanted this to be open source accounting so the public could see exactly how the funds were being used, blah, 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 blah. No real resolution after this, at least in public. Keep in mind, this is November 1st, 2021. The sale date of this stock was in November 2021. Within 2-3 weeks of this tweet exchange, is it possible Elon Musk saw a plan for around $6 billion to solve world hunger, or at least take a major step in that direction? Saw the plan and thought, you know what? Checks out, and immediately sold a bunch of Tesla stock? Let me know in the comments below. This is why I say I have a lower level of certainty. This is plausible. We've got approximately $6 billion of Tesla stock sold. We've got a tweet thread from Elon Musk literally saying he'll immediately sell $6 billion of Tesla stock if he's provided with a reasonable plan, blah, 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 blah. I think it's actually a possibility. It's also possible this Twitter exchange actually caused other organizations to reach out to Elon and said, hey, Elon, if you give us $500 million, we can do X, Y, and Z. That may explain the different donations shown on this form. I think these are the most likely outcomes between the two, probably a 70-80% chance it was one or both of those scenarios, and that's about it. But what are some of the less likely but possible sources of this huge donation to charity? I definitely think there's a possibility some of this may be related to health, genomics, longevity. Understanding genomics, the software that actually runs human beings and all life on Earth, could be the most important technology in the coming decades. This could reduce or end suffering for millions, if not billions of people, extend healthy human lifespan. There's so much potential upside here, it's ridiculous. So it's possible Elon may have funded some research or maybe even a new company in this area. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure if this would be considered charity or not. I'm going with about a 0.69% chance that Elon may have even funded some research into psychedelics as medicines, as tools, psychedelic assisted psychotherapy, etc. After all, he has publicly said finally he's out of the psychedelic closet and said that he believes people should be more open to psychedelics, and I tend to agree. It's also possible that Elon Musk has provided a huge amount of capital for incentive prizes. For example, Peter Diamandis, X Prize Foundation. Elon Musk, I believe, donated $100 million in prize money for carbon capture technology and said he was open to extending this as well. Incentive prizes are a great way to, wait for it, incentivize innovation. You'll put up a lot of prize money and have a bunch of teams compete from around the world. Eventually, a few finalists and winners share in the prize money. I rate these as unlikely but possible scenarios. As I said, I think it's about an 80% chance that the funds were either used partially or in full as an endowment for tits, and or to go a big way towards solving world hunger. Sure, we'll find out soon enough, but before then, let me know your speculation in the comments below. Where did this money go? Who or what were the charities that received this enormous sale? Almost $6 billion worth of Tesla stock. Let me know your guess in the comments below. And just finally, I also want to ask a question. How many headlines do you think we'll read tomorrow about Elon Musk donating almost $6 billion to charity versus the amount of negative headlines we've seen attacking his character, integrity, ethics, and so on? Unfounded attacks, I might add. Something to think about. And just finally, don't forget, sign up to Patreon with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment. You'll gain access to over 100 exclusive Q&A videos, loads of other perks, including exclusive access to my Tesla stock price targets out to 2031, and plenty more. I'll see you guys over there. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.